This is the BUBLUE dehumidifier, and as you can see, it has a really nice cover on it. This is I don't know, some sort of a synthetic fabric. If I take this off here, and it's got a little cinch cord here to keep it tucked in around the bottom. I like that. It's still still feels like winter here. So it's definitely not hot and humid where we're expecting it to get to over the winter or over the summertime. This is actually a fairly sizable unit. Take a look at the controls here. Let me see if I can get the camera to come in here a little bit. We want to do this. Bring the camera up a little bit. Show you what these controls look like here. So when you first plug it in, it'll beep at you. Certainly it beeped at me. Top of it, I want to see the top of it there. This is where your exhaust is. That'll be your warm air coming out of it. It's showing me, yeah, here's my 31 degrees Celsius. If I wanted it to be in Fahrenheit, I don't even know if I can get it to be Fahrenheit. Certainly I would like to have it be Fahrenheit. Of course we have to read the instruction manual for that, but now it's 30 degrees Celsius, so that's what it is in my basement. Let's just turn it on and see what we got here. Mode. Oh, there's so many things I have to learn about on here. I haven't even read the instruction manual yet. So what I want to know is two things. Is it going to pull the water out of the air? Yes, I think it's going to. Is it going to be energy efficient? Because these things tend to run, maybe 1500 watts, that kind of thing, depending on the compressor, on the size of the compressor. I haven't taken it apart yet. It is pretty. It is not metal. It looks like it should be metal. This is silver plastic, so it looks nice, and it's not, it's not real heavy. If I turn it around here, the reservoir is in the back, and you have to use both hands to get this out. And this does not. I think this is probably about 1.5 gallons. When it is, now it's beeping at me. When it is running, when I've had these dehumidifiers in my basement before, they'll pull out like 3 of these a day. I mean, 3 of these things. So that's why I'm so very glad that this thing has an outlet here with a hose, and they give you the hose. I'm trying to find the hose. Anyway, they give you all the hose you're going to need. Yep, here it is. So it comes with hose here, and I am going to be using this for sure. I don't know if that's the right size to go on there. Usually I'll put a hose clamp on it, and we'll just see how that goes. So they give you this hose here, and I think this hose is going to be, well, that seems that's a right size to fit on there. And then they've got this hose here, and I don't know what this hose is for. This is a corrugated hose, and I'm not even sure. Once again, I think we're going to have to read the instructions. Now this kind of fits on there too, so this would be, the right size hose. And both of these hoses are, I don't think I could, both of these hoses are just about the same length, and I don't know why you'd want to use one instead of the other, but either way, that's what we've got. That's what we've got for the dehumidifier here. I'm looking for some information on here that would tell me how much power it draws. I don't have an answer for that. I will go and get my power meter here in just a second, and we will turn it on. It might not be humid enough in my basement yet to even and it has wheels on it, so it moves around real easy. But if I want to turn this here, how low can I go with this? 50, 40, 35, 30. Okay, so 35 is as low as I can go. There it is. And let's mode. I'm guessing the green would be, so I can't get the compressor to come on, I don't think, because I think we're lower than 35% relative humidity. So this thing will shut off when it's full, so it won't overflow on you, but then of course it'll stop dehumidifying. I really like what it looks like so far. I want to get the compressor to come on. I haven't been able to do that. One other thing that I would show you, but turn this around here, there is a filter in here. And there is your condenser right there. I don't know if that's probably the evaporator. I'm guessing the condenser will be on the other side. But this is the filter. And this is just a mesh. It's a screen. You're probably going to want to wash this out from time to time. I'm just going to spray mine out. And what I'll do is I'll spray it out from the back. I'll put the spray in there and push the stuff out the way it came in. So there we go. I'm not even sure what this little doohickey is here. This must be the hygrometer sensor. So that would be sensing the humidity of the air going into the unit. All of this, once again, is plastic. It's silver. It's made to look pretty. Popping this in here. I don't want this to move. There we go. So now I've got my filter back in place. Looks like a solid unit. We'll see how noisy it is when the summer comes around here. And if I can get the if I can get the humidity, get the compressor to come on. Now, I don't think I can go lower than 35. Well, there I am, 30. And then when I went to, it goes from 30 then all the way up to 80. So 30 I think is the lowest setting for relative humidity. And I'm kind of just waiting for this thing to maybe kick in, but I don't know what the humidity down here is. My guess is we're probably running less than 30% relative humidity because it is cold outside and we're running the furnace. Alright, so it's finally humid enough in my basement to get the compressor on this dehumidifier to run. So I'm going to turn on my power. This is my power monitor here. So what we can see here is that in its quiescent mode, which is basically turned off, it's not running. If I turn the video light off here, we'll see that it's actually on. It's running. Let's see here, 6.5 amps, or I'm sorry, 6.5 milliamps. Gosh, I'm glad it's not running 6.5 amps. So that's like, holy cow. Let's see here, not even a whole entire quarter of a watt. You guys can read that. If I can hold the camera still, I don't need to read it to you. So if I come over here and I turn it on. Now I think that that's 45% relative humidity. So I'm going to set this thing. It starts out at 50. I'm going to set it at 35. And as soon as that setting is committed, not too bad at all. If you put your hand on it, you can feel a low rumble from that compressor. Not bad at all. Now what I'll do when it gets to be really, really humid is I'll set this up to 45. There we go. This is amazing. It's running 63 watts. I am flabbergasted that this is not running. Wow. 63 watts, guys. Holy cow. 125 pints per day is only pulling 63 watts. Not even a hole in it. It's not that loud at all. I mean, heck, I think the furnace is louder than that. I turned the furnace off because it's still cold outside. It's cold and wet. That's what we get in Maine where I live. So, wow. That is something else.